Yep, thank you, Daryl. Oh, God.
This will be real, man.
This is dangerous. Yeah, it lost the connection. I went ahead and... Okay, you saw it? You saw that it was on. Yeah, but it's weird that it still says unable to connect and all that. Oh. Okay, so I changed the position of the camera, so and I've got it plugged in. Do I? Okay. Oh, too far? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay, I'll do that. And now I've got it plugged in, but you're telling me I don't need to have it plugged into the charger? Even though I lost that? Yeah, yeah. The camera. Oh, no, the phone. The phone. Okay, so do I need to keep the camera plugged in? Maybe. I mean, when it was well, I plugged it into the charger. I've got the charger plugged into an extension cord. Okay, it had 3 lights on and the 4th one flashing when I was charging it at home. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I hope, as long as we don't have people walking up here. I'm going to trip on this. Yeah. Okay, very good. Thanks, Daryl. Yeah. Bye-bye. Are we going to have people coming up? Okay, so I can leave that.
Question.
Yeah.
Are you doing the sound? Felicia wanted to connect her phone for the background music. It's going to be all.
We've got a connector that that we could use, but it's got to be special. It doesn't fit on Ariana's phone, so it might fit on hers. Otherwise, we can just hold it from the microphone.
Okay, I can do that. I think that's
Yeah.
I didn't realize that she didn't check that already.
Yeah.
So okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, that we can do that. Sir.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Robert. Robert, we got a bunch of people come right here.
The children's story.
Who's doing that? If I can find it.
Oh dear.
We have the bell ringing and the noise because in many traditions, bell ringing percussion signifies a transition from one period to the next, of which we are going through right now. And it also acknowledges our earth-centered roots and Judaism.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10, it's glistening once again with candy canes and silver lanes aglow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store. But the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door.
Thank you so much. Good evening. It's kind of weird to say that word, right? It's usually good morning. Welcome to this Christmas Eve service of the Auburn Unitarian Universalist Fellowship, located on the ancestral land of the Muskogee Nation and in the building constructed by free, formerly enslaved people. I'm Robert Zabawa, a service leader tonight with the contributions of so many from this fellowship, starting with Ariana. So be open. On behalf of the members of the fellowship, I extend a special welcome to all visitors who are joining us for the first time, and to those of you who have made this a traditional home on Christmas Eve. So be open to the warmth of the season, of stories told, songs sung, and messages recounted. As we prepare for our service this evening, please remember to turn off your phone and other non-essential electronic devices. Let us now move into the spirit of Christmas.
Good evening. I add my welcome. I'm Reverend Marty Keller, and I'm so happy to greet you all. This is a singing congregation. It's no surprise to me that on an evening that is typically carols and stories that we are doing so much singing. So I wanted first to tell you that there are actually some Unitarian Universalist Christmas carols that might be really familiar to you. So I wanted to let us self-congratulate, as I always want you to do, about those. And the first one is Jingle Bells, written by a Unitarian. The second one was I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day. The third, It Came Upon a Midnight Clear. And the fourth, Do You Hear What I Hear? Those are all known Unitarian carols. I propose that Grown Up Christmas List should have been a Unitarian carol. Now I'm going to honor David Foster and Linda Thompson and tell them that they are Unitarians, they just didn't know it. And I'm going to read the lyrics because we like the lyrics to our song as our opening words. Do you remember me? I sat upon your knee. I wrote to you with childhood fantasies. Well, I'm all grown up now, and I still need some help somehow. I'm not a child, but my heart still can dream. So here's our lifelong wish, our grown-up Christmas list, not for ourselves, but for a world in need. No more lives torn apart, that war would never start, and time would heal all hearts, and everyone has a friend, and right will always win, and love will never end. So this is my grown-up Christmas list. As children, we believe the grandest sight to see is something lovely wrapped up under a tree, and right will always win, and love will never end. This is my grown-up Christmas list. This is my only lifelong wish. This is my grown-up Christmas list. And in this spirit, let us be joined here today.
So we have some music. Right on. Chalice light.
We light our chalice this evening with these words from Linda Hart. We kindle a small flame in the dark of the year, remembering the promise of life abundant, of a possible peace. We pause on this night of mystery to tell the stories, to sing the songs, and to bring more light into the world.
Now, Misha. Yeah.
Yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in golden days, happy olden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. The years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star above the highest bough. And have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Can I keep going? Here we are as in golden days, happy golden days of yore.
Our Advent wreath candles will be presented by the Belong President.
I will light the candles this Christmas. Candles of joy despite all the sadness. Candles of hope where despair keeps watch.
Candles of courage where fear is ever present. Candles of peace for tempest-tossed days.
Candles of grace to ease heavy burdens. Candles of love to inspire all of my living.
Candles that will burn all the year long.
Tonight's offering will be added to the Iris Field Fund and is used at the minister's discretion for those in times of need. And unfortunately, Victoria was going to sing an offertory, but she is ill, as well as several other members of the fellowship. So sit back and relax, and we'll Peter has the baskets. Okay, our moment for old ages is with Amy Kaiser and Sadie's of Auburn. All those who are children, who feel like children, please come on up.
Alrighty. We are doing this story. Sadie and I did it a while ago, and Andrew really liked it, and so he's requested it. So this is for everyone, but especially for Andrew. Okay, tonight's story is actually something that happened in Oregon a few years ago. The main character is a northern saw-wheat owl. These owls are tiny, about 7 or 8 inches tall, with large, bright yellow eyes and an expressive face, much like this little puppet here. Saw-wheat owls live primarily in the northern parts of the U.S. and the southern parts of Canada, and they feel especially at home in small evergreen trees where they roost, which means rest and sleep, just above eye level near the trunk of a tree. Let's get this set up. There we go. Replant that tree. They are totally nocturnal, which means they only move around at night and are seldom seen. When they are seen or feel like they have been, they are most likely to remain motionless rather than fly away. So this is the story of the Christmas tree owl.
One November, littlest owl found a new tree he thought was perfect for a roosting tree. There were lots of the same kind of trees all around him, and other saw-wee owls roosted in this neat, orderly forest. Littlest owl liked this new tree because it had full, sturdy branches, long, soft, blue-green needles that it never lost, and it always offered the sweet fragrance of a fir tree in the forest. Yes, this tree was the perfect tree.
What littlest owl did not know, neither did any of the other saltweed owls in this particular little forest, was that he was perching in a Douglas fir tree growing on a Christmas tree farm. How many of y'all have Christmas trees up? Are any of them live, or are they all artificial? So some yes, some no. All of the trees around Littlest Owl's roosting tree were grown to be cut, shipped away, and sold to families who wanted to celebrate Christmas by decorating these beautiful trees in their own houses.
Soon, as the days grew shorter and the nights grew colder, Littlest Owl was awakened by the sound of a chainsaw nearby. Littlest Owl's neighbor, another owl, said that the trees were being cut down and all the owls were planning to fly away. But Littlest Owl loved his tree. He felt cozy, safe, and hidden. And he was very good at doing what saw-wheat owls do best when they sense danger, staying quiet and still until the danger had passed.
As the evening, definitely help with the microphone. As the sawing sound came closer and closer, am I reading the right story? Thank you. The other woodland creatures who lived nearby called to Littlest Owl, "Fly away, fly away, other owls are gone, fly away." But Littlest Owl paid them no mind. He moved to a branch closer to the trunk of the tree, then froze, motionless, and continued to silently hunker down.
Suddenly, as the sound of the chainsaw was right beneath him, the trunk of his tree began to shake. Littlest Owl knew that the chainsaw had come for his tree. Rather than flying away, Littlest Owl just scooted even closer to the trunk of the tree, nestled in the inner branches, once again motionless. He felt the tree fall, but Littlest Owl stayed on his branch, too scared to fly away. The cut tree was put through a large metal cone and covered in plastic netting, so Littlest Owl was trapped. Even if he wanted to leave his roosting tree, he wouldn't be able to now. The tree was loaded on a big truck, and Littlest Owl traveled trapped in a stack of Christmas trees for over a week up into Canada.
By the time this tree had been delivered to a Christmas tree lot, Littlest Owl didn't even notice the plastic netting had been removed from around his tree. He was too hungry, thirsty, and weary, which means very, very tired.
Littlest Owl also did not notice a mother, father, and small child slowly walking along the row of trees where his tree stood, carefully assessing the shape and size of each and every tree. Christmas was Littlest child's favorite time of year, and this year her parents had promised her that she was old enough and big enough to choose the perfect tree that they would bring home to decorate for Christmas. Littlest child had walked up and down the rows of trees until she had spotted the perfect one, this one, Littlest Owl's tree. Yes, this was the perfect tree.
It's a bit short, said Mama. This one over here is taller. It's a bit thin, said Papa. This one over here is fuller.
No, this one, said littlest child.
Well, at least get a good look from different perspectives, said her mother. And her papa lifted littlest child up and walked around the tree so she could see it from all sides.
Yes, said littlest child, this one is perfect. See, it already has an ornament on it.
Sure enough, as Papa and Mama peered with littlest child into the branches, they saw littlest owl hunkered inside the tree, close to the trunk, scared, thirsty, hungry, and barely alive.
As good fortune would have it, Mom and Papa had a neighbor who was a wildlife rehabilitator, so they called her. She came right over to the Christmas tree lot and gently took littlest owl from the tree. She knew just how to care for the hungry, dehydrated little saw-weak owl. After littlest owl was nursed back to health, it was time for him to begin his journey back to his woodland friends.
The night he was winging away, littlest owl flew by the littlest child's house and glimpsed a lovely sight through the window. Inside the house was the perfect tree, his tree.
And littlest owl knew that the full sturdy branches with their long, soft, blue-green needles could hold many ornaments, and the tree would fill littlest child's house with the sweet fragrance of a fir tree in the forest.
And that's the end. We're not going to sing you all out. We're going to go back to your seats. Thank you.
As indicated in the order of service, Carl, Terry, Carter, Martha, and Andrew are going to do a song. Several of them are not feeling well today. We're so happy that Martha's here. So we're going to go right to the responsive reading. And just a quick thing, putting this together, of course, I got the pages kind of plumbed. So the responsive reading is on the inside, and then we'll do the hymns around it. So.
When the song of the angels is stilled, when the star in the sky is gone,
when the kings and princes are alarmed home, and the shepherds back with their flock,
the work of Christmas begins.
to find the lost, to heal the broken, to feed the hungry,
To release the prisoner, to rebuild the nations, to bring peace among the brothers and sisters,
to make music in the heart.
As is perhaps becoming a new tradition here, the Christmas story in the book of Luke is divided into 3 parts. Special thanks to Reverend Marty. With each part followed by a hymn, special thanks to Martha, that represents the reading and thus gives us time to think about what has just happened. After Reverend Marty reads the last section, candles will be distributed by Evie and Lachlan, and lights will be turned down, and we will sing Silent Night. The hymns are in the back of the program.
birth of Jesus. In those days, a decree went out from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be registered. This was the first registration and was taken while Quirinius was governor of Syria. All went to their own towns to be registered. Joseph also went from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea, to the city of David called Bethlehem, because he was descended from the house and the family of David. He went to be registered with Mary, to whom he was engaged and who was expecting a child. While they were there, the time came for her to deliver her child, and she gave birth to her firstborn son and wrapped him in bands of cloth and laid him in a manger because there was no place in the guest room. Now in the same region there were shepherds living in the fields, keeping watch over their flock by night. Then an angel of the Lord stood before them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified. But the angel said to them, "Do not be afraid, for see, I am bringing you good news of great joy for all of the people. To you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, who is the Messiah, the Lord. This will be a sign for you. You will find a child wrapped in bands of cloth and lying in a manger." And suddenly there was a multitude of the heavenly host praising God and saying, "Glory to God in the highest heaven, and on earth peace among those whom he favors." When the angels had left them and gone into heaven, the shepherds said to one another, "Let us go now to Bethlehem and see this thing that has taken place, which the Lord has made known to us." So they went with haste and found Mary and Joseph and the child lying in the manger. When they saw this, they made known what had been told to them about this child, and all who heard it were amazed at what the shepherds had told them. And Mary treasured all these words and pondered them in her heart. The shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all they had heard and seen, just as had been told to them.
Stand.
He's got a pretty voice.
From
For extinguishing the chalice, the Grinch's Christmas blessing. Every who down in Whoville, the tall and small, was singing without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or other, it came just the same. And the Grinch, with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling. How could it be so? It came without ribbons, it came without tags, it came without packages, boxes, or bags. And he puzzled 3 hours till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more. Welcome Christmas, bring your cheer, cheer to all whose and you use far and near. Christmas Day is in our grasp, so long as we have hands to clasp. Christmas Day will always be just as long as we have we. Welcome Christmas while we stand heart to heart and hand to hand. Merry Christmas. Our closing words are from Charles Dickens' The Christmas Carol. There are many things from which I might have derived good, but which I have not profited, I dare say. This is Fred Hollowell, Scrooge's nephew. Christmas among the rest. But I'm sure I have always thought of Christmas time, when it has come around, apart from the veneration due to its sacred name and origin, if anything belonging to it can be apart from that, as a good time. A kind, forgiving, charitable, pleasant time. The only time I know of in the long calendar of the year when men and women seem to be, by one consent, to open their shut-up hearts freely and to think of people below them as if they were fellow passengers, that were really fellow passengers to the grave, and not another race of creatures bound to other journeys. And therefore, Uncle Scrooge, though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe it has done me good and will do me good. And I say, God bless it. Do good. As we enjoy cookies and cocoa, I want to thank everyone who helped with the service, all the families that participated, all the soloists. We have such talent here with Martha, the choir, and everything. So thank you all. Have a good holiday. Merry Christmas. Yeah, let's enjoy.
Not this small, but it sure is.